Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I'm putting on my senior consultant hat for this one because we're doing a bit of a coaching session. Our goal today? To really calibrate your AI judgment skills. We are moving way past the hype and the theory here. If you're looking to upgrade from just basic AI usage to building recruiting systems that are intentional, measurable, and highly effective, well, you're in the exact right place. We're going to focus on concrete frameworks and data practices that respect privacy, maintain your records, and actually improve your system, basically making you Monday morning ready.
So, before we even map out a strategy, I want you to honestly ask yourself, how much time have you wasted on bad data? Operating on pure momentum, saying, well, this is just how we've always done it, is a disaster waiting to happen, especially when you introduce artificial intelligence into the mix. If you feed bad data into an AI, you don't just get bad results back, you get highly confident hallucinations. I'm talking about an AI completely fabricating statistics on a candidate's scoring or straight up faking citations for a candidate's portfolio just to appease your prompt. One bad habit scales into a massive, system-wide problem the second you automate it. But that changes today.
All right, here is our game plan for today. We'll be covering 1. From momentum to intentionality. 2. The 3 core principles. 3. Our implementation framework. 4. Overcoming barriers. 5. The 4 anti-patterns. And finally, 6. Sustainable change.
Let's jump right into section 1. From momentum to intentionality. It's time to stop doing what we've always done.
Think of momentum recruiting kind of like throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. It's passively posting jobs and just waiting around for the applications to roll in. Intentionality is the exact opposite of that. What if you purposefully and systematically verified your data before you invested valuable interview time? What if you structured your questions so that every single candidate is assessed consistently? That gives your AI tools a clean, uniform data set to actually analyze. When you're truly intentional about why you're doing something, you create the exact conditions you need to evaluate if your system is actually working.
Moving right along to section 2, the 3 core principles, building the foundation.
Okay, so we just talked about intentionality as our first principle. Principle 2 is consistency. Look, you don't need the absolute perfect sourcing strategy on day 1. You just need a good one that is applied consistently to everyone. Inconsistency is exactly where bad data creeps in. It's like asking one candidate totally different questions than another. That completely confuses the algorithms downstream. Applying a standard process equally gives both your human recruiters and your AI evaluators a really reliable baseline to measure against. That way, we actually know what needs improving.
And that brings us to principle 3, measurement and iteration. You literally cannot improve what you do not measure. For example, if you roll out a blind resume screening process, you have to measure if it actually improves the quality and the diversity of your interview pool. Iterating is also how you catch when an AI is misinterpreting your data. If the AI is flagging great candidates as unqualified, you iterate. You tweak the prompt, adjust the criteria, or maybe even change the tool entirely. Measurement isn't about proving that your ideas are perfect. It's about learning what actually works in your specific context.
All right, section 3, our implementation framework, your step-by-step plan. Please, whatever you do, do not try to transform everything at once. That is a massive recipe for burnout. Instead, follow these steps. Step 1, assess your current state. Step 2, set a priority. Just pick one high-impact area. And during these first 2 steps, I want you to use a quick calibration checklist. Ask yourself 2 things. First, what is the risk level of this specific recruiting task? And second, what is the AI's actual capability here? If the task is super high risk, like making a final hiring decision, and the AI is prone to hallucinating qualifications, well, that's a massive mismatch. So for step 3, pilot low-risk, high-capability tasks first. Step 4, measure those results. And finally, step 5, only once it is working flawlessly do you scale it up.
Now for section 4, overcoming barriers, handling the reality check.
As a consultant, I hear these exact same objections from leadership teams absolutely everywhere. But the workarounds here are incredibly actionable. If your team says we're too busy, don't add new tasks. Fundamentally change how the existing tasks work within your current systems. Are you facing team resistance? Start with a low-stakes area, get a quick win, and prove the concept. Technology limits slowing you down? Find temporary workarounds while you aggressively prioritize a tech upgrade. And if you completely lack historical data to audit against, please don't panic. You can't change the past, but you can definitely start collecting good, clean data today. Next up, Section 5, the 4 anti-patterns what derails AI recruiting.
Even with the absolute best intentions, teams fall into traps. Anti-pattern number 1 is implementing without a foundation.
Think about dropping a shiny new AI sourcing tool right on a recruiter's desk. It sounds highly productive, right? But if you roll it out without training your recruiters to spot hallucinations, or without building structured interview guidelines into your actual software, they are either going to ignore the tool entirely, or worse, blindly trust false data. You absolutely must build system support before deploying the tech.
Anti-pattern 2 is measuring without acting. Say you track that you hire men at 35% and women at 25%. That metric is completely useless and frankly just a vanity exercise if you don't investigate the root cause and implement a real solution. Collecting data feels like action. It feels like you're doing something important. But if those metrics don't trigger insights and real-world process improvements, you are simply admiring the problem from afar.
Anti-patterns 3 and 4 involve trying to boil the ocean. This happens when a super enthusiastic team tries to overhaul their sourcing, interviews, evaluations, and their entire tech stack all at once. It leads to massive organizational overwhelm. You end up with an implementation that has zero sustainability plan. So, a new recruiter joins the team, they don't know any of the shiny new AI practices, and things slide right back to square one. Don't do it. Pick one specific area, pilot it, and plan for it to stick.
Which perfectly leads us to our final section. Section 6, Sustainable Change, Making It Stick.
Let me be clear. Training alone does not work. To make change permanent, you must embed these practices directly into your systems, your job descriptions, and your performance metrics. It requires continuous leadership attention, because if leadership actively cares about it, it actually gets done. I actually once worked with a hiring manager who completely dismissed a new AI evaluation tool until we involved him directly in the prompt design. Suddenly, he championed the tool because he understood exactly how it saved him time and reduced his own cognitive load. Measure your results, drive accountability, and get your hiring managers involved from day one.
I want to leave you all with a final thought here. Don't try to implement every single concept we discussed today. Evaluate your current system, look at your gaps, and pick the single highest impact change you can make right now. What is it for your team? Answer that, keep calibrating your AI judgment, and go build a better, far more intentional recruiting process. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.